Look, I appreciate all the questions and the comments about the smoke and mirrors that folks is doing with the climate change scenario. I get all this stuff about the Nobel Peace Prize. Look. We have bigger fish to fry. Let me give you an example. Getting the brothers and sisters in the local UMAs to feel vested in food, clothing, and shelter independently, I care about that. Climate change, yes, because it's an environmental issue. And because we are all planetary inhabitants, we all have a say. We all have an opinion when it comes down to how our lives are going to be affected. And when it comes down to environmental issues, we're all affected, no matter what the border is, no matter what the nationality is. So that, you got me on that one. I'm clear. I'm good on that. We can discuss that. But in terms of all the other stuff, look, all I really and truly care about is getting to the hearts and minds of the masses, one by one, mindset by mindset, heart by heart, to realize that parties, or should I say, pigmentocracy generators and the default benefactors, promoting and pushing relentlessly, I might add, getting folks to be afraid all the time, getting folks to separate along artificial barriers, the perpetuation of the Willie Lynch syndrome, but instead of just being pushed upon the more, whether they be declared or undeclared, they're now making sure that it's being pushed upon all folks, irrespective of the ethnicity, irrespective of their location. It's all about control, basically. And so they use the pigmentocracy, pigmentocracy generators and the default benefactors use adaptive psychological operations, including, but not limited to, using techniques to make folks afraid and getting them to separate along the artificial barriers, creating artificial lines that folks stand behind and use as arguments and beat each other in the head with bricks over. And it makes no sense to me. And you would think that by now folks would get it and say enough of this. But when you have folks that are basically taking in 1.3 trillion hours worth of information, as it's been reported recently in particular folks' media, effectively you got folks texting, talking on the phone at the same time. Meantime, they're surfing multiple pages on the web, processing all this information. And I can I can relate to the information and process issue, because it's no secret that my imperial government, we're basically receiving 14,000 pieces of information per day we have to process. It's a little more than that now. It's been steadily rising. My staff isn't rising enough to process all this information, but it's there. We've got reams of stuff we haven't even looked at, and I get reports, just stacks, and I look at them as I get to them. The thing is, our folks have to look at things for what they really and truly are, and that is, nothing and no one is stopping us from doing better for ourselves than us. And when the Moors come to this particular realization as a whole, we will move out and go mindset by mindset. Because you don't have to talk to folks inside the brick and mortar, inside the buildings. They're already there. No, you have to go out to where the masses are and go get them. And so inch by inch, brick by brick, household by household, because it's mindset by mindset, we will do this work. I can't speak for the other houses of Moors, but within the Amexem-Moor-Empire, that's how we're proceeding. It's slow and it's tedious, and I do get it. But at the end of the day, that's more important to me than so-called Nobel Peace Prize and all the other stuff that you would mention.